Today ADF session 6. Please comment about it. Session 5. What was our topic? Get metadata, and also we have seen about filter and how to apply single condition, how to apply multiple conditions, all the things you have seen, right? Remember, there are no operators here, especially in the filter. There are functions. Suppose you want to apply equals function at the rate equals. You want to apply greater than at the rate greater than. Greater than or equals to you want at the rate. Did I record it? Yeah, recording is going. Greater or equals. No need to remember. In the functions list, you can see all the existed functions and their syntaxes and their basic uses. Got it. Suppose or operator you want to apply at the rate or condition 1, condition 2, in this very number of conditions you can. Same thing for and also. And condition 1, condition 2, like this. Negation. Equals. Not equals means not of, equals of, like this. Yesterday you applied negation, which should not start with EMP. For that, initially we applied starts with. For that starts with, you applied negation at the rate not. And that way, any function simply you can apply. Okay. Even though suppose if you don't know how to use it and how to apply the syntax, if you mouse over there, automatically Microsoft will show you that. Okay. Just copy that function in Google. A lot of documentation you will be getting. Okay. So today let's enter into the session 6. So today we are going to perform a task. So in this task, lot many things you will be learning. The task is, I make it as 2 sessions today, session 6 and session 7, okay, as separate sessions. The task is bulk load of files from one storage account to other storage account. Okay. So or else like from one container to other container, it can be of anything. Suppose if there are 2 different storage accounts, only the change 2 separate linked services. Only one storage account, one linked service account. For example, your source and target containers both are in the same. At the time, linked service 1 is enough for. Understood. So the task shape can be of anything from one container to other container even. Got it. So for this, what are the different things, like what activities help I am going to take? You just guess. My intention is this one. I have a container. Within that, there are some n number of files. The file count can be 100 files. It can be 1000 files even. Got it. But the thing, how to fetch all the file information? By using get metadata. Get metadata output is in JSON format. Yesterday I checked with that. But definitely the output is not a single element. Output is collection of multiple elements. Okay. So whenever, if I have 100 elements, whenever I want to work with a particular element, that to each and every element, I need to perform a loop. In case of general programming languages, you have for loop, while loop. Same style here, looping activities are available. The looping activity, most regularly used looping activity in our ADF, that is a for each activity. For each. Okay, by taking help of get metadata, along with for each. We can perform this operation. First, from scratch onwards, I will build everything. What type of errors you will get and how to solve it. Okay. Step by step, as part of session 6, we will see its next extension in the session 7. In the same day, we will see. Okay. All of you get ready. What to call portal? I forget the link. portal.azure.com. Yes. Child items are given instead of all that. Yes. Really, we cannot use child items instead of model. No, child items is giving you just only list of files. Oh. File names only it is giving, but it is not doing any activity with that. Understood? Sir, online team, please go mute. So Omar, please go mute. Okay, still 7,000 rupees change is credit for this. Maybe another 2 or 3 days, this free trial account will be on live. Okay, please check back our resource group. Our resource group is my area of practice. Our storage account is my big lake. Here we have a bunch of containers. This is my data. We have many number of files. Okay. Okay, sir. Let me start our ETL, which is ADF Studio I am launching. I'm going to create a data set. Already we have linked service for that. As a fresh, I'm going to create a data set. Already we have, but once again, I'm going to create a new data set. Data set to be in the data lake. That to Gen 2 I am selecting. Continue. Something delimited I have selected. The data set name. My data. I'm giving only container. Because I want to work with all the files, not particular single file. Okay. Linked service, previous linked service I am selecting. First row as header. The file path I am selecting. But in the file path, I give only the container name. Got it. Click on OK. Data set is created. One more data set I want to create for the outputs. Where I am going to keep the outputs, please check. Under storage account, I'll keep, okay, for outputs, I go with a fresh container. Process. Some container name process I have given. I want to write outputs into this container. Okay, come to the studio. We need to create a data set for this process. Already you know without data set you cannot work with data in ADF. That's why one more data set, a new data set. It's for data lake Gen 2. Selected, delimited, continue. The delimited text, the file name, ds_processed. I have given like this. Linked service, same storage account. That's why same linked service I am selecting. If it is in other storage account, create a linked service for that. Okay, then remaining process same, no difference. So the container name I am selecting, which is processed. Okay, first row as header. Okay. Two data sets created. I am publishing these data sets. Still no confirmation. Just publish completed now. Sorry. I'm going to create a pipeline. A new pipeline. Under general category, your get metadata is available. If you don't know, just type in the search. Get metadata is copied here. Within this, under settings, select our input data set. I am selecting the data set as my data container. Understood? My data container. And one more thing, field list. Under field list, I am going to select the item child items. What is the importance of child items? Yesterday I explained. Okay, everything is completed. If you debug this, first any activity you have designed, first debug it. Look at debug. Check the output of it. Totally we have 7 files. That's why under child items you have seven elements. Here each element is called item. How to get a particular item? What is the function for that? At the rate item. You will get one JSON element. But in the JSON element, you have two things here. Name type. You want file name means dot name. At the rate item dot name. For now, I don't want to filter anything. I want to copy all the things. To copy data from one source to other target, we have copy data activity. But copy data activity can work with a single file. But here I have 7 files. That's why I need to perform a loop. I need to run a looping activity. Okay. Here our looping activity is for each. The for each I am copying. But no connection between them I am attaching. I am attaching these two. Going to configure for each. Under settings, here I have two options, sequential and batch. Sequential means first file 1, next file 2, next file 3. On that way, after completion of one copy, second copy will happen. If I have 100 files, suppose each file is going to take 1 minute time, total how much time will be? 100 minutes time. Suppose you are expecting this kind of bulk load in a faster way, then you can go for batch. You can give batch count. I have 100 files. I said 10 batches. 100 divided by 10, 10. Under each batch, 10 files. These 10 batches will be parallelly running. Of course, cost will be more. Understand the point? Whenever you want to go with the speed, definitely you have to pay accordingly. But 10 times your speed increased or not because of the batches. Okay, of course, my trial is free trial. I don't want to take risk. That's why I'm going for sequential. Name, here input. For each, input is coming from get metadata output. Just go to the add dynamic contents. Click on get metadata output. At the rate activity dot output. But in the output, your required information available in child items. Dot child items. Just select that. Now save OK. Our input is ready. But for each is a looping activity. If it is looping activity, under that at least one sub activity should be there. That's why I am going into activities. Here I am going to under for each, I am going to give one activity. That activity is copy data activity. I have 7 files. 7 times this copy, one by one will be executed. Because the loop, the for each iterates for 7 times. I'm going to configure the source. Data set. My data input content. Here, go to the wildcard file path. Select that. Here in the first time, my data slash first file to be placed. In the second iteration, second file. In the third iteration, third file. That's why here I am going to add the content dynamically. Click on add dynamic content. Go to the last for each item, which is a current item. In the first iteration, first file, second iteration, second file. So first iteration, it is taking first item, but first item has 2 things, name and type. I want file name. How to get the file name? Dot name. Click on move. So in the first iteration, my data slash emp. In the second iteration, my data slash emp2. Third iteration, my data slash adf. In this way, at each iteration, one file will be taken into that. My source is ready now. I'm going with sync now. For the sync, the output container, ds underscore process. That's it. Understood this? Now I'm submitting this pipeline. In a high level, how many activities in our pipeline? No, only 2. Just check it. Just check your pipeline. There are only 2. First one, get metadata. Second one, for each. Under for each sub activity is copy data. I'm going to debug this. Definitely you will see some failures. Please observe the status, all of you. It's in queue. Get metadata output is completed. For each next activity is started. After completion of 7 iterations, for each will be succeeded. So first copy executed successfully, second copy successful, the third copy is in progress. Of course, all four completed. Yes, because the copy is part of for each. 7 times for each is going to run. 100 times. That's why instead of going sequential, you can go for batch. Got it? Yes, definitely. Difference between train journey and flight journey. Okay, sir. All files have been copied here. Sometimes you may get errors because of delimiter, because some files have delimiters, some files doesn't have delimiters, such kind of things. Okay. So first initially what file it has taken, based on that remaining files copy will be there or not. It depends. So that's why the suggestion at the time of doing bulk loads, such kind of things, suppress the delimiter, because your target is not database. If our target is not database, no need to worry about header. First row is header or not. That's why in all the cases, first row as header already I suppressed it. Sorry, this is for previous one. For my data container, just first row as header, just disable that option. For the output container also, first row as header, disable the option, because you are expecting simply as it is copy, that's it. You are not trying to load into any target database tables. So publish and then run it. So such kind of precaution, if you got error in the previous pipeline, just to solve this like this. What is your output container, sir? Processed. Please check your input files and output files. My input files are in my data with these names. 2 employee files, 1 department file, 2 ADF files, and 1 equity and 1 quarter sales file. But if you check in the output, which is processed, the file names are different. Okay, because at each iteration, what should be the file name, you did not fix it. That's why system has generated some default names for that. Got it. Now what you have to do? What you have to do? Every file you have to open and compare with your source file, and then you have to rename it. It's very big. 4 or 5 files, okay. 1 lakh files. Manually, you cannot check it. Got it. What I am expecting, especially in this scenario, with the same file name, I want output file. Same file name as source. I want that into output. So this part we will see in next session. Please hold.